Keys to conquer a woman without posing as Prince Charming. A seductive man does not pretend to be, he is. It is a magnet with which one is born. It's a mixture of authenticity and humor, emotional intelligence and good conversation. Alejandra Azcarate, actress. Conquering a woman is for many men an impossible journey, perhaps only achievable by ideal characters such as Superman or Hercules. But, while it is true that in the subject of flirting there is nothing written, and that every woman is a world that contains different tastes and expectations, according to experts there are guidelines that every man can follow to achieve sentimental success. And as Margarita Rosa de Francisco says in a column in Soho magazine, it is not about the Prince Charming who feeds with his mulatto of kindness the vapid hopes of lazy princesses. He is the real man that any woman with good self-esteem deserves. Quote, that which, as she explains, has the necessary amount of virtues and defects that delight. For the actress, Isabel Cristina Estrada, women like to be heard, to have a sense of humor. Men to be thoughtful, I do not mean gifts but special moments. Quote. 1. The listener is winning. What did you say? Can you repeat me? I did not hear you. Those are hated phrases at the time of the conquest. There is nothing that bothers a woman more than a man who, when invited to go out, does not even listen to her, or even more horrible, not letting her speak. According to the sexologist Flavia dos Santos, an attitude that makes conquest a lot easier is the ability to listen to the other. A person who listens and uses sweeter words is definitely seductive. Quote, the woman wants to be heard, but beware, she does not need advice. 2. Beware of limits. It must be kept in mind that, in order not to fall into harassment, the man must know when to stop. Now it is very important that men understand that coarse flirting, strong compliments or sexist comments and out of place are not attractive. Seducing is to use the looks, the words, is to know how to approach and move away at the same time, without being invasive, it is giving and withdrawing. A person that has that clear, that knows that it can play with the look, with that approach and distance at the same time, will be successful, advises Flavia dos Santos. 3. Romance. Conquering a woman is for many men an impossible journey, perhaps only achievable by ideal characters such as Superman or Hercules. But, while it is true that in the subject of flirting there is nothing written, and that every woman is a world that contains different tastes and expectations, according to experts there are guidelines that every man can follow to achieve sentimental success. Sebastian Castro, videographer of El País. 3. An insecure man enters losing. For the sexologist Ezequiel López Peralta, what most attracts men and women is the security of the other. The idea is that the man feels sure of himself, because when he has solid self-esteem, they perceive it and that in itself seduces. It may happen, according to the seduction expert, that a particular man does not attract attention to a woman, but if he feels that he is so sure that he is going to conquer her, it can be attractive to her and, in effect, she ends up falling in love with him. Quote. That security and self-esteem lead to building a personal style that makes a difference. But it should never be in excess. 4. Gentlemen in extinction. Gentlemen seem to be on the road to extinction, so that quality is increasingly desired by women. Being nice, having details and surprising, has to do with charm. Women complain that nowadays men are very direct and omit courtship. However independent they may be, women value that men have original conquest gestures or classics. 5. Do not lose the mystery. An obvious and predictable man is the antithesis of the conqueror. Nothing sexier than who contains a dose of mystery. The seduction is the art of provoking, and the one who knows how to tell a story in 80% and leaves 20% to the imagination of it, who knows when to write and when to shut up, who knows the moment to end the date so that she craves for the next one, the one who knows how to handle that ambiguity that is the essence of romanticism, is a winner, says Lopez. Margarita Rosa de Francisco confesses in a column for Soho that she has been seduced by that man of indecipherable personality, with that poisonous gift of giving and taking off with periodic but asymmetric cadence. Surprise her. To learn more men dating tips, download my book free by clicking the book image on the right or the link in the description below, and please subscribe to this channel and share this video.